YouTube. Haven't made a video in a while. Deck profile on Glabs that I've been running at locals. It's really weird. And here we go. Double Thunder King. Thunder King just stops synchro summons. Stops like the Shin summoned or anything that pretty much brings itself out. Chaos Usher stops that stuff. So Double Thunder King really helps and stops down, locks down Sams for a while until I can do what I need to do. Double Cyber Dragon because I don't think that GBs, because this is a Tigerless build, so I don't think that they have the right setup themselves. So double Cyber Dragons usually is a special summon. It baits out warnings and bottomlesses, and I can go into Fortress Dragon if I'm playing against Machina or Karkari game 1. Double Breaker, like I said, a lot of people will waste bottomlesses and they will waste warnings on a breaker because they want to save a fucking mirror force that they'll use on one monster anyway. So sometimes ripping a breaker is the tits because I'll, pop something like a deep prison or a mirror force. So really cool. Bestiari is Bestiari. Enough said. Makes the deck. Double Kest because I like to recycle War Chariots, and if I need a Bestiari, I can always recycle the Bestiari. So I guess they're really good. I run 2. Darius because, like I said, recycling Bestiari is what makes this deck. So Darius recycles Bestiari, going to Geyseris, pop, tag for 24, and tag out for, a Kest and maybe like Acquire or something. So that's good. Retiari, X-Sabers and Debris Plants and maybe Frogs are the only thing that this is in here for the main. I usually side him out game 2 and go into something better, but it removes that Bulb or the Treeborn or that Dark Soul that needs to be in the grave so they can do something if they need to bring it back. Double Optimist because they'll hit and I get to tag out. Makes them waste their warning really early if I open up 5 backfield and a Optimist and they take a life, and I'll usually go into Remello pop, and the next turn I'll just I won't even do anything. I'll just attack and then tag out, and it makes them waste their warning if they don't even want to waste it. Double Laquari. Laquari just came out super in Turtle Pack 5 that just got released at the YCS this past weekend. And Laquari being, I only run 2 right now. I'm thinking about doing 3 because the deck kind of just doesn't feel right when I need a 3rd Laquari and I don't have one in there. And since they're hollow and since they're super, I'm gonna go 3 and just be flashy about it because they don't get a lot of love. 1 Remello, I'm gonna go into 2 because I usually have one in hand and I need another one to pop like Gores if I attack, and I need to tag out and pop Gores and something else. Remello's needed at 2, so that's the monster lineup. The spell lineup. Triple Lance because during the damage step you really can't stop. If they want to bribe or drain or soul them, they can. It's kind of essential when you have stuff that needs to get tagged out like Marmellos, and you have to be very mindful of what you're gonna tag into, knowing that you have just your land space down. And if they bottomless your Geyseris that comes out, you can always still get to choose your 2 targets and let them waste their bottomless, and then the 2 cards you're going to pop, and you're only wasting the lance, and you can still tag out. Triple Proving Ground because I like having, I like getting my Bestiari whenever I need it. So, yeah, 3 Proving Grounds, I can get my Bestiari and wreck face. Double MST, like the Breakers. The Breakers are optional. I usually have them in. If I get matched up against like GK, I'm always popping the Necro Valley just because I don't like them to have that boost, and I like them to attack me, and I usually use the space to hit their Necro Valley and they die and I get to tag out. So MSTs, I like to play my MSTs really smart, and I'll sit on them for a while if they try to make a move. And Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Book of Moon, since they're all at 1. This is 9 years old, folks. If you don't know what these 2 cards, they're 9 years old. If you don't know what these fucking cards do, then please read up on them. Book of Moon is 7 years old. These cards are staples in pretty much any deck right now. So yeah. War Chariots, they stop Gores, they stop, they stop Gores, they stop Effect Veiler, they stop Honest. and pretty much everything else. So I like to recycle them with a cast. So usually I'll recycle the one, and then I usually draw into the second one. So if people think they want to bait out that first one, I'll have another one set. I usually don't like having 2 set at a time because I'll usually have like warnings set. I like 2 warnings because, you know, I don't think people like to run one if they have to. There's no really good substitute other than, you know, just hitting them. Side note, real quick. If you don't know what LAD does, LAD states that if a card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you get his effect. So if next time you see a LAD come out and you play 2000, be careful of what the hell else comes out, because he's going to activate in the graveyard, because warning says destroy that card, it just says negate the summon. His effect activates in the graveyard, just like if you were to warning a trooper. He's going to come out, and usually it's going to be something fucking 2800 if you're playing the dragons, or 24 if you're playing the froggies, and that's still life points. 2 compulsives, because when they try to set up with X-Sabers, and they try to go into Hunley, I'll return their Dark Soul. If it's actually Sam's and they try to go Kagamusha, and then you know, I'll send him back before he can drop the Kagachi, or right when the summon of Kagachi happens, I'll send him back. Bottomless, because with Thunder King, Warning, and Bottomless in the deck, a lot of people have to find out what they want to get, if their monster's worth getting Bottomless and not coming back, if it's worth getting negated by the Thunder King or whatever. D-Prisons, 2. Everybody usually runs 2. Hardcore Stun runs 3. Removal runs 3. And it's just their version of the Sakura 2. If it comes back, you can't reborn anything. It targets, so, you know, I was really surprised when it didn't target that one little short period of time. 1 Trap Stun, 1 Mirror Force. Trap Stun says no to traps. Mirror Force hits a shitload of monsters when they attack you. God says no, and I will let someone pay half their life points to draw 1 card, or 2,000 life points to negate the summon of a monster, to attempt to negate the summon of a monster, and play Dark Bribe to negate. So, I should be running 2 in here, but I'm only feeling 1 right now. So, here's the side. 3 Raikos in the side. Nobody expects this at all. I like killing Shien's because he's a dick. But they think I'm setting like a, you know, glider beast I don't have. They don't expect it in the side. Usually I'll side it in if I'm in trouble, if I need it, and nobody really plays it for. Nobody plays Noblemen for GBs. 3 Magnetic Mosquitoes. This card is so broken this format. I'm surprised that everyone's not citing it against Karakuris and Machina. This card states, destroy all face-up machine monsters when it gets flipped. So if they attack it, boom, gets flipped. All face-up monsters in the field are destroyed. If they try to chain Book of Moon and flip it face down, they're fucking stupid, because it doesn't work like that. You can look up the rulings for it online. It'll tell you the same thing. Since I don't even think I run any darks in the deck. Consecrated for that Infernity, because I've been seeing them a lot. Infernity side, and for the Blackwing side, it destroys Blackwings and shuts it down. Sam's, these wanted me to duel against Sam's last week. Kinetic Soldiers are kicking ass. Soul Release because of Froggies, anything that revolves around the graveyard, and that's pretty much it. D-Fisher for Dragoonies, X-Sabers, Dandy Warrior. I usually just side these in for graveyard control, because none of my shit hits the graveyard. It all recycles in the deck, so these really hurt. And the last 2 Light Imprisonings, just because I don't like to run to Lightsworn or Fairies, or you know, Fairies are going to be real big this format, so I just do not like them. Lightsworn usually at my locals, so I tech these in, and they'll try to waste a lot of stuff on it. So, but that's my build for GBs. Please, guys, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more content coming up, and a lot more videos, so bear with me for right now. I'm sorry that I haven't made anything, and I'll let you guys in on some more stuff that I'm going to put up, and a lot of changes to the channel. See you guys.